Welcome to We Funny AF, formerly the Imperial Ink Live podcast. Same crew, new do. We got the upper echelon, end all be all duality part 108 hold up available across all streaming services. We still have the same website set up for merch at imperialinkmusic.com. Various t-shirts and masks, and we also have new merch on the way specifically for the podcast, and it's coming soon. So, let's get into this, y'all. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, them Imperial boys is back. Yeah. And of course, you know we had to come back on some new shit. Yeah. So, without further ado, I welcome you to the We Funny AF podcast. Yeah, I'm the one and only Figgz. I'm with my main man Figgz, and we about to take you there. Let's go. We Funny AF. 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 What up?
What up?
This is We Funny AF.
What up?
And we got a special guest this evening.
What up?
Hello.
I want you to introduce her because she really knows you. Figgz.
She don't even really need no introduction.
Well, yeah, you can introduce her.
She's my friend,
right.
not yours.
Damn. All right.
I mean, shit.
I don't know you, Samara.
We're early in our
It's
friendship.
crazy how far we go back. Like, she was a freshman and what? I was a sophomore,
Really?
possibly.
Mhm.
And,
What's her name, nigga?
Samara. I want to say Litvak
You
because
can.
that's how I know her.
Right.
A lot of people still call me that.
But what's the married name? Bowling?
Bowling.
Bowling.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what was your rap name?
Samurai.
Yeah.
That's
Samurai. That's what we're gonna
You
call
was
it.
an MC?
Samurai.
For a brief stint, like
Really?
junior year. Yeah.
Really? Was she good? Were you
We
good?
used to go to
I
the
don't think I ever heard her rap.
Oh, for real?
She just heard
Maybe
her
put
friends.
somebody on
I
the
still
Samurai.
have handwritten
Lyrics?
Yeah.
from
Oh,
that
that's cool.
time. So I can prove that I have at least one rap
I'd
song.
like to hear that.
I want to hear it too. I've never been around a chick that could actually MC. I haven't met any in this area, which is crazy. You would think I had, but I hadn't met any female MCs in this area.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
we might
you're
have-
not meeting one today either.
We might have to talk after the mic turns off. But y'all, we're gonna do some different topics because Samara came up with I was telling y'all on a couple of episodes past that she threw some ideas at us. So we just gonna mess with them and see what comes up. And I think we're gonna split one up as an ear to the street. And one of the questions she had was, I'll let you do it if you want to say it.
Who has the best voice in hip hop?
Imperial Live, you know we bring that heat. It's time to get ready for the ear to the street.
See, yeah.
So when I say voice, I mean like actually the voice. Y'all
Their
talked
actual
about beats
timbre
already.
and their vibe and
Yeah.
the way they come off on the mic. There's a lot.
Yeah, it is. I have a lot of favorites, and I have some that probably ain't as big
Well-
to y'all as they would be to
I
me.
bet they will be to her.
Possibly.
Like, I mean, I say I love Raekwon the Chef's voice, and I don't know if anybody else feels that way. But
Why,
if you,
though? What is it
just-
about his voice?
it's kind of grimy. It's I can't really explain it, but it just when he comes on the track, I love to hear his voice.
Right.
I mean, of course, there's the regulars. LL Cool J could be a nomination
Yeah,
for
he's got a good voice.
For
smooth
sure.
voice.
Can you
He's
deal
talked many ladies out their panties. Big Daddy Kane would have a good voice to me.
with right? What about say somebody like Busta Rhymes?
I like Busta's voice and I love it. But I feel like you can get too much of that.
You think so?
I mean, yeah, too much. Because I would want to say DMX had a great voice.
Okay.
But how many times you gonna sit there and listen to him growl at you too?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like over and over and over and over.
Okay,
and over.
what about those MCs that could be chameleons when it comes to their voice, like Kendrick Lamar?
Kendrick's cool with his voice. I mean, Kendrick can sound like a girl to a kid. Like
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at, because he has this thing. He has this ability to switch his voice around and even like mess with it electronically just
That's
to give you something
probably
different to listen to.
Weird to some.
Yeah,
but,
see, that's not for me. I'm more authentic, relaxing.
Right.
Give me a vibe. I like Q-Tip,
Q-Tip has a good voice.
Common.
Q-Tip has an interesting.
Common has a great voice.
Common has a good voice. He's a good improviser too.
Yeah.
Black Thought has a
Yeah.
mesmerizing voice.
Q-Tip's voice used to bother me when
because it
Tribe
kind of was
first came out.
squeaky. Wasn't
Yeah, it was just odd.
Wait.
Yeah.
Nobody sound like him, though.
shared it. I guess it would be me because I'm the only one I'm seeing.
Well, when Vibrant Thing went mainstream, people kind of
He's such a vibrant
turned against him
thing.
too.
Did they? Well, probably because it went mainstream. Like, you know, a lot that happens a lot of times. If somebody comes from the underground or something they ain't necessarily even underground, just ain't popular. As soon as they get popular, a lot of people get pissed off about it. It's like they took something from
Right.
them, you know.
We can't talk about voices without saying Miss Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, very great voice.
You know I'm gonna bring her up every chance I
See,
get.
I believe we got a hater in the house.
No, I do not hate Lauryn Hill. That bitch sings her ass off,
Yeah.
and she can MC. So
Yep.
she's dope either way. She just don't know how to be on time to shit.
She don't. She also hates people that look
Y'all
like me.
sleeping
so.
on my
She
nigga
ain't white
Snoop Dogg's voice.
It really breaks my heart. That's my number one. The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill is my number one album.
That's
of
an
all
album.
time.
That's an amazing album.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And she don't like white girls or white people.
that's
Well,
what I
she's
heard.
probably
Really?
pretty much made that. clear.
I don't see.
I
I'm
heard
not,
that a long time ago, and I believe it.
I'm not.
What
that,
she say? I don't care. If
She'd rather stab
white
her
people.
eyes
I
out
don't
with
want
forks
white people to buy my records. Or
Then let
something.
her
What
son
she
marry
say?
a white girl. That's what I read one day.
Wow, that's pretty.
I could be misremembering,
deep.
but it broke me to the core. So
I
remember.
bet, especially as a fan. You know, if fans. Yeah, I get that. I've been there when people said shit, and I'm like, well, I used to like your ass, but I don't know if I do anymore. Who'd you say? You said somebody while we was talking.
Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
I love Snoop
Snoop's
Dogg's
voice is funny because
Snoop Dogg's voice. I just feel like
Yeah, he almost put you. He could almost put you to sleep.
Yeah, I
You know
want to
what I
lay
mean?
down, get a hot bath, and lay down.
I put Andre
Swoop
3000 in
G.
there too.
That's a good
I like.
voice.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like
Andre
Andre's
3000.
voice.
I think I like a unique voice, one that's very distinct. You can you know who they are when you hear it.
What about somebody like Chuck D?
Great voice. One of the best voices in hip hop.
Because he's
People
very,
would
very
argue. Some
powerful.
people would argue if that is not the best voice.
Oh, really?
Probably Alfie, but
Probably. I think Chuck's dope though, because like he's
we
he's
live to learn. He sound like Malcolm. He
He sounds like a preacher.
Yeah, he sounds like
a-
if Martin Luther King had them bars.
Yeah, I can hear that. Yeah, he sounds like a preacher.
Yeah,
He comes off
commanding.
just like he's very demanding. He's very forthwith with his voice and his lyrics. He puts
Method
them way
Man
out
voice
there.
is pretty
I
cool.
love
Yeah,
Method Man's
me
voice.
too. He's on my list for sure.
I love Method Man's voice.
He
And
could do
plus,
no wrong.
I think
Whose voice irritates you?
an MC's voice that irritates me. I don't really have one that irritates me. I don't think, unless y'all bring one up and I'm like, ooh, no.
A lot of modern rappers, I don't even know. I know y'all already talked about that, but I kind of fell out of the pop, like current radio around Drake's era.
And I like Drake. I do like Drake. She said,
There's voices that irritate me.
wait, before you get to that, the only thing about Drake that irritates me is that he never does a straight up hip hop song. He's always singing, which is fine if you can sing, but I really would love to hear him do a hip hop album.
This might irritate some people, and I might get cussed out, but I cannot stand the Lil Wayne auto-tuned whiny voice.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Really? Like the one in what's that song? There's like a ballad, How to Love. Is that what it was called? Big hit when it came out.
Running from the law. like a cop car.
That's not auto-tune, though.
But I know, but he has some songs where he just is wild with that on it. And
now, he did have, well, like the one that blew up, the one that had Static Major on before he passed away.
Lollipop.
Yeah, that was auto-tune written. Big time auto-tune. Did that bother
But
you?
that was okay. I mean,
Or is
but
it just like
it's when he's trying to rap at verse, and it's just in that. It's. I had to bring an example in here, but I can't stand that.
Just not a fan.
Not
That's
a
just
fan.
funny to me.
Not a fan of Birdman.
Ooh.
Well,
Voice.
no.
Yeah.
Or what I don't understand what he's saying.
Well, one I was
My little car in the car putting out cigarette butts. Like I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
one that it's not necessarily his voice; it was his skill level that bothered me more so than anything, and that was Silk the Shocker.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
he was not an MC, y'all. I'm sorry. He
But
just-
his voice was annoying too.
But all of Cash Money, maybe that was like a running thread.
I guess that was their thing.
because I make a CEO money.
I mean, I did see Mystical in concert 3 times, but that doesn't mean I love him.
That's funny.
But Mystical was ill though.
My thing with Mystical was he had his
But
style.
you,
was
but
his
you didn't
own
want him
shit.
yelling at you all the
No.
time
How
too.
long can you're not going to listen to that in your car? It feels
What?
like you're getting yelled at.
Yeah, everywhere you go.
Like I said, I wasn't. I like Mystical, but I didn't listen to all his stuff. But I liked him.
He's fun in the club.
Yeah.
At
There's a
spring
place
break
for
on
him
the
in
beach.
the club.
Yeah, there's certain spots.
You're right. That he's fun in the club. What's some female MCs you like?
See, that was one of my questions in the next segment, but
Oh,
we'll go
my
ahead
bad.
and get to
We'll
it. And
get
I'll
to the next
ask her.
segment. What is the next
I want to
segment?
know her top 3 female MCs.
Ooh, that's good. That's not what this section was called, though. What was this section?
The
we're
section
talking about?
that belonged to was Ask a White Girl. We'll get
Why
to
don't we
that.
just get?
Foreshadowing.
Why don't we just get to that? We're doing a segment right now in the middle of the street called "Ask a White Girl." And so, your first question was, what were her top 3 female MCs?
Yes.
That's a good
I mean,
question.
I have to put Lauryn Hill at the top.
Okay.
She wins a lot of categories for me.
Okay.
And I have to put Little Kim number 2.
Okay. What about
I still listen to her
about
1990s stuff.
because it was it.
On the record.
What about Lil' Kim though? Is
I
the
love her
appeal for you?
flow. I love her. I mean, I love her confidence. I love that she went toe to toe with a lot of male MCs at that time.
Right.
And had the respect of a lot of male MCs at that time. Like
Right.
she was a feminist.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she's a badass MC.
Well, it bothers me nowadays that people are bothered about the risque lyrics that female MCs do right now, and she did that shit back in the
Oh, yeah.
90s.
Okay, let me.
And nobody was bugging about it. You know what I mean? So, but I don't understand why it's
Hold
that
up,
big.
I-
like the WAP rap shit.
I
that we
got to
talked
check
about.
with my friend real quick, so shut up.
God damn.
What is the
Y'all,
third-
I'm not part of this podcast,
What
so
a-
I'm just gonna sit back.
What
all
is the
right?
third one?
I'd have to really think about it. I don't want nothing come to mind.
I want you to. I want to introduce you to some female MCs.
Wonderful.
Something that she don't know?
Yeah, because Rhapsody should be in her top 3.
Mm-hmm.
Kim is good,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't want her to get too invested in Kim because those was Biggie's lyrics.
I've been invested for 25 years. It's going to take some undoing.
Well,
at
you
this
really
point.
like Biggie.
I do. I do.
Yeah, so that's who you like when you like Kim because he
Well.
wrote most of that shit.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, well, you like Queen Latifah?
I love Queen Latifah.
Latifah's dope.
U-N-I-T-Y. Wish I could
Latifah's
sing. I'd
dope.
break it down.
Okay.
I like when she went in on Foxy Brown. That shit was. Did you ever hear that? Oh, I have to find it and let you check it out.
Okay.
She went in on her ass. I
Well,
loved it.
let's just switch to the men. Who is your favorite 3 male MCs?
This is a hard question.
It is a hard question. It's so many.
I'm gonna guess. Let me guess.
Yes, and
I
because I have a little list.
I
was
believe
prepping for
J.
the
Cole's
show.
probably somewhere in your top 5.
Who?
J. Cole.
Oh.
You're not a J. Cole fan?
No,
That surprises
At
me.
all?
I mean I'm not a not fan. It's just
But
not
it
something
did-
I
Well,
listen
Stick out
if,
for you.
you know, just guessing off our relationship, it's things that I guess that I bet that you would like. I would have thought that you would have liked J. Cole pretty well. But I mean, I could say Wu-Tang. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know that's coming.
Wu-Tang for sure, especially Method Man.
Yes.
I listen to a lot of Redman.
Redhead.
Red's dope.
Yeah.
I listen to a ton of Outkast
Outkast. Okay.
As a whole, or just Andre?
as a whole.
Okay,
Quimini's my favorite.
that's a good album. I was
Yeah.
listening to the other day.
You
at
still
work.
listen to Tribe any? I remember
I do.
that.
Yeah,
was
my
the-
husband's really into Outkast and Tribe. He'll turn on some old school hip hop every now and then, and I'm like, okay, this is it.
Yeah,
This is where I need to be.
Yes,
Right.
perfect mood.
Is there like a particular Tribe album you care for more so than any of the others?
I wish I could remember the names of more albums. I'm not really good
Give
at
me the
details.
song that
I
could
think
probably
I
tell you the
remember you
albums.
and April really, or I know April really likes Beats, Rhymes, and Life.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the one
Yeah,
where
she
stressed
put.
out.
I met her with her last night. She told me Mobb Deep, Jadakiss, and Eminem. She was submitting them for the voice thing.
Right.
You know what? Well, back to that.
Now,
The-
Eminem's voice can be annoying.
that's what I
Yeah,
was going to
it
say. A
can.
lot of
You
people
gotta
say
be in the
his
mood.
voice can be
Certain
annoying. Yeah, in certain songs. And plus, he as bad as he is, as amazing as he is as an MC, he's almost, you could almost pigeonhole him because he's I guess just a straight up battle MC, and that's it. But I try to say that there's more depth to him than just that, because I have heard him do other things.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are irritated with his voice. What do you think about when he be singing? Does that bother you?
Some.
Does
Yeah.
it? That's what I was wondering.
sounds like it's screaming.
Yeah, it sounds silly. Like, I'm trying to take you serious.
I don't know. But
So who else does she have on that list?
Jadakiss,
yeah,
that voice. That's
a good voice.
addition.
That's a good voice.
And who was the other one? The Mobb Deep.
Mobb Deep.
Oh yeah, Prodigy's voice is
Yeah.
good.
That is a
Prodigy's
good
voice is
We
good.
also Capone Noriega. We talked about a lot of kind of.
I don't know.
Just other
That's a
MCs.
classic. I don't know that their voice is good.
I agree. We listened to a little bit last night.
But that's a classic fucking CD though.
Yeah. But who are my three favorite MCs? I love Biggie. I think if he would have lived, I mean, he would have had a continue to have an incredible career.
Yeah, I concur.
I love Pharrell. I know that he's kind of more of a producer, but any song he MCs on, I love. And most
Speaking-
songs he produces.
Yeah, well, speaking of Pharrell, what do you feel about his singing voice when he sings?
I like Pharrell.
Yeah, I think it works.
And it's funny because I watched an interview with him where he said he had no intentions of singing, and he did a hook or something for somebody for a demo for them, and they was like, okay, we gotta lead that, and that's how he ended up singing, which I think is pretty cool. I like Pharrell.
Oh, you pimps in here. This is the place to be.
I like Pharrell though. He's very talented.
I have to take
Shake it fast.
the easy way out. I guess my third one's Method Man.
Okay.
The easy way out.
Memphis.
Memphis.
I mean, you
Yeah.
can't argue with that.
He's dope. Did you ever see that freestyle he did where he was sitting in the
Sew your asshole closed and keep feeding you. And
feeding you and feeding you?
What interview?
He did I think it was during when they were doing that documentary and they were all sitting in the theater.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? Did you see that
While he was
freestyle they did?
he
Where
was
he was just sitting there?
rapping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, he killed that
He
shit.
got like 19,000 rhymes with no cuss words.
Yeah, he made that a goal of his, which I thought that was admirable.
Now,
Because it's easy to go to cuss words. I know.
I want to.
But him being able to like pull all them lyrics out the way he does without cussing, that's
Yeah.
dope. That's amazing. What was you
Now,
saying?
on my notepad, I had questions like such. Music. But I also had some other questions.
Oh no.
Well, wait, before you go into that, you can go into this could be a segment she came up with, which was like sort of, and you could segue where she said places white people take black folks where they don't never really go.
Yeah, there's a lot of those places.
There are.
So you can kind of tag off of that.
Yeah,
But what was your
white
question?
people be trying to have niggas in
Everywhere.
moonshine bars and shit, tasting moonshine. And it's all a good idea until a nigga has tasted about 7 moonshines. Then he start acting niggerish. And then y'all wish y'all didn't bring niggas to the moonshine taste. No. But let's see. Horse Creek, Paint Creek. We don't deal with
We
that
camped on
too
every
well.
creek there was in Green
Yeah.
County.
And I know y'all go camping and hiking and
We go camping too. Where we go is in Irwin, and you would be surprised at the number of, we have white friends, black friends, all kinds of friends that come with us camping in Irwin, and nobody can believe it. If they're everybody in Greenville's like, hell no, I ain't coming to Irwin.
Well, Irwin was like a place to avoid as a black person growing up.
Yeah.
My dad, and when he was alive back in I think it was the 60s, they got ran out of town by a bunch of white men.
Irwin's changed a lot, though.
It has, but
And where
it
we're
still
going
has that little shit
definitely has
on
the
its
connotation.
back. Yeah.
I mean, and I get that. I heard all the stories growing up too, but where we go is out in the country on the river,
Right.
way out of town, and it's a nice little slice of paradise.
That's cool.
They want niggas to go axe throwing.
I kind of want to do that though.
I wouldn't mind to try it one time.
What's that called where you go into a room and just beat shit with a bat?
The Rage Room.
Yeah, Rage Room.
I just found one in Piney Flats.
I heard there was one there. Somebody was trying to get me
Look,
to go
she's
into
excited
that.
about it. Her eyes is gleaming.
That would be fun
Like
though.
we have already planned to go next
I
week.
would, I wouldn't mind going and bashing some shit, get out some aggression. That would be great. So that is an
You need to go to
idea.
the firing range.
See, I don't want to deal with firearms.
See, that's one of the places white people take you that I actually like going.
Would golfing be considered that too?
Well,
Because all of your friends golf.
yeah,
so
but we all black.
That's
no,
what I'm saying,
no white
so-
people took us out there.
That's
so
what I was saying.
We
I don't
just
think-
showed up. So I don't necessarily want to say that they took us to the golf course.
Right.
But there's a lot of places. I mean,
Where else?
well, my girl be having me sitting in whole gyms of white people at these basketball games, and I'm the only black person in the gym. I mean, you know,
I told y'all that story about Tim taking me to his family.
Yeah.
That first time.
Yeah, shot that deer off the porch.
Yeah, off the porch.
Off
So,
the motherfucking porch.
That shit was mind blowing for me. But yeah, where else? Where would be some places you would think that you would take?
Really, just out in the country. I mean, where we lived, you could. There wasn't. I lived out in Mossheim.
Yo, let me tell you how this went down.
What?
I don't know how the fuck me and Samara became friends. I probably was flirting with her in the lunch line or some shit. And we became real good friends. Well, the first time we hung out together, her mom and her stepdad came and got me
Okay.
out boating trailer parks.
Okay. Oh God, that's been
Long time
years.
And it was, and I ain't gonna lie, it was cold. I
Right.
think it was wintertime.
Okay.
Might have been some snow involved.
Okay.
They put a nigga in the back of the truck.
It was a two-seater
Like in
truck.
the back of the truck, like in the bed,
back.
in the truck bed.
Yeah. And drove me all the way out to Mossheim, and I stayed with them for a while.
You got snowed in.
Yeah.
Like, I think it snowed.
And we had the fucking most marvelous time. Like they was the funnest people in the world.
Was that the year it snowed and everybody knew it was coming?
No, I don't think that was the blizzard.
It wasn't
no.
93. I think it was 94 probably.
Oh, okay.
But
I was wondering because
Yeah.
that's funny.
we had
In the
fun.
back of the truck.
I spent quite a bit of time out their house.
Well, that's
in
cool.
Mossheim, in the country.
Yeah.
Country.
Motherfuckers' phones didn't work.
Was-
We didn't have cell phones.
Was
back
I the most country person you knew back then?
Probably. Didn't y'all have like some chickens and shit running around
No,
y'all too?
but our neighbors had horses
Oh.
and farm animals, and they would come right up to our chain link fence.
Yeah, you was pretty fucking country. You was pretty fucking country.
It's funny when you live in a place like Greenville and people outside Greenville is like everybody's country.
Yeah.
But then you live in Greenville and there are more
see the
country
difference.
people than yourself. It fascinates me
Oh, yeah.
that people
My
people
mom's
say
family.
that.
My mom's family's from Southwest Virginia.
Oh,
Coal mining
yeah.
towns.
Yeah, that's
so
where
that's even
Tim's
more
from.
country than here.
Yeah, that's where Tim's from. They live in the mountains, and,
And
it's
her
like
mom
this
is
whole
like
way
the
up.
coolest person in the world. Like she's so laid back. I mean,
She's a hippie.
Is
she was
Awesome.
letting her kids do shit that we would have got our ass busted for.
I
in the
told you
hood.
about the time I was when I went to school with that dude and he cussed his mama.
Yeah,
Oh, we
Just
didn't
because-
cuss.
no, they didn't cuss.
We
They
feared
was
our parents.
Well,
Yeah.
good.
They were just
good.
pretty
But this dude
lenient.
apparently
Yeah.
didn't fear her for shit because he said, "God damn, ma." I was like, "Oh shit," you know, it was crazy.
Nope.
So that kind of shit
but,
used to fascinate
them
me.
were the days though. We was just it was no worries.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Well, yeah,
Just
then
worried
you have
about
to
when
grow
everybody was
up.
going to get back together the next weekend. How we were going to do it, where we were going to do it.
That's cool.
Now, do y'all want me to advance my questions?
Sure, keep going.
Oh,
what you got next? You got something else?
What is your favorite thing about
I was like,
the black culture?
I thought he was just going to say, what's your favorite thing?
Is there something that you admire that we do? Or what do you see of us looking in, and what is great about the culture?
The black culture or hip hop culture?
It all goes
Or
the
all
same.
of it,
Yeah.
just whatever.
Well, as you know, Yvonne Hamilton was one of my very first best friends. We met in kindergarten. We were friends all the rest of our lives.
Right.
And so Mama Cheryl was my second mom. So I loved getting ready with her to go to church.
Right.
Church.
I loved like after church there would be a big dinner in the guest hall.
Yeah.
Right.
I even love like the going home ceremonies that are so much different than people just dropping in to say send their condolences. It's like a day long affair with all the people you love.
Y'all white people shit is kind of boring. But yeah, I got what you said.
Did they feed you at white people's funerals and services and stuff?
No.
They don't
Really?
have.
I was
I
wondering
did.
how that was.
I did go to a funeral. One of my friends that I work with, her mom passed away, and she and her family brought in vodka. So
Alcohol.
Damn.
They do it different. They didn't have no chicken.
they're Catholic.
At the black churches, it's
Shit,
one
that's how
thing
you
you're
gonna
going to
get some chicken.
You're going to get some motherfucking chicken.
Yeah, you're going to have a ton of chicken.
They're
anyway,
Catholic,
I didn't mean to
so-
change that.
So you just love the
Yeah. Well, I mean, my family.
you have soul in you.
We're like my dad's family's Jewish from upstate New York. My mom's family's Baptist from Southwest Virginia. So we had kind of already
That's
a melting
interesting.
pot of culture in our house.
Yeah.
So I love the community.
But you
Like-
love when that motherfucker get up and say, "This morning when I woke up,
I do love the singing.
hey, this morning when I woke up."
I got to holler at Rico. He's going to appreciate that.
I also love 8th of August celebration. I grew up going to that
Oh, what?
8th of August
Oh, the
celebration.
8 o'clock sale? Yeah. Yeah. They still do it.
Yep.
But your earphones get all
Yeah,
fucked
my
up.
headphones came out because
Okay.
I was singing too hard. I got it.
Okay.
That's my shit.
He used to run that song on for hours and just keep going. So that's the funeral conversation. Something else about funerals I was going to ask y'all. Is there ever like really overly dramatic people at funerals?
Not that I've really seen.
Not at white
Not at
funerals.
white
That's
no.
what I'm saying. At white
No.
funerals.
I don't think. Yeah, you said it.
No.
I agree.
I was wondering.
I ain't never been, and I've been to white funerals, and they break down too.
Right.
They break down,
But
they
you don't
got
see
their
them falling
husbands
over
and son to help
coffins
them,
and-
they keep going. And they on their way. Now,
Nah.
I've been to black funerals, and they got to get a couple people to pick Aunt Nanny up out the middle of the floor. You got to get somebody to hold the casket where she's almost pulled the casket off.
Yeah. It's some wild ass
Yeah.
shit that happens at some black.
That's
funerals.
cool. It's cool that you like that about, because that could scare some people away.
Yeah.
I have a question. Who introduced you to the hip hop culture, or how did you get introduced
Well, I
to it?
remember very vividly sitting at the lunch table in middle school. Hold on, Andrew, you're the real winner here, but I got a pre-story. With Yvonne Hamilton and Eddie Jordan, and he passed us an NWA,
Oh, that was
Tape.
his shit.
and we listened to it, and that was my first real.
Oh, really? Introduction.
I mean,
Damn.
that was quite the introduction.
That's a deep introduction.
That's crazy. That was your first.
I
I know,
right?
right? That's dope.
But I mean, when I started hanging out with Andrell, specifically that next year, freshman year, I really
Hey, we
got
was.
exposed to a lot of different music.
though. Right.
You can't just say me. It was the crew.
It was the crew.
Walt Howe.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah,
Raymond. Whoever else we was with. We was on that hip hop shit.
absolutely. I used to love going to the studio with y'all.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated. Well, the way my brain works, I can't just store a backlog of lyrics
Right.
of my own. Like if
Right.
they come on the radio or listen to them,
Right.
but I don't know albums names, I don't know song
Yeah.
names, I don't know
Yeah.
lyrics.
He's good at backlogging lyrics like
Yeah.
that. He's good at that. And I write like crazy, and I can't remember shit. It's always been my Achilles heel is memorization. Now, even in school.
Yeah,
I
you
can
can't
memorize
remember
it.
shit.
I didn't ask you all
You
that.
really
I was
bad
just-
these days.
I was really
Nigga
just trying to make
I tell that
conversation
nigga something
about my
in a
own
minute,
shit,
and then
and
he'll
then you just
ask me
start
what I
talking
told
crazy.
him.
And
2
I didn't
minutes
need to
later.
hear all that.
I
Okay.
didn't.
So, what? Yeah, something else about hip hop I was want to ask you. Hip hop. Damn, what was it? It was slipping my mind. While I'm thinking, ask something.
This is my segment to
Oh,
ask
my
a
bad.
white girl.
Okay, my bad.
Samara,
Yes.
who was your first black boyfriend? Let's see.
that
was
really
a
your question?
That was a personal question. I wanted to ask.
Wait,
Extremely
were you ever
personal.
my boyfriend?
Yeah,
You were?
I better.
Then you
be.
were. Then you were. You were it.
Shit.
Oh my
that freshman
god!
year? Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I don't know what we did.
Girl,
We
your
was-
choices.
I started. I started to bring her some of her notes today.
Oh no! I'm glad you didn't.
I kept a few because it was funny to me because she would threaten to kill me if I didn't write her back. And you better write back this
You
time.
know, I made a career as a writer, swaying people to make decisions. It all worked out.
Nah, but I don't know what we was. But I thought she'd get a kick out of that question because I knew what the answer should
Yeah.
or better be. But anyway, I had another question for you. Who is, and this is not just hip hop, just in entertainment or just in life, who is your 3 most influential black women? I know you're going to say Lauryn Hill one.
Well,
You said in entertainment, right?
yeah.
Or just in life.
just in
I
life?
mean,
Okay.
Samara strikes me as a Maya Angelou.
Maya Angelou.
I like Maya Angelou for sure. I've actually one of the I listen to a lot of podcasts.
Right.
It's kind of my thing. And one of the podcasts I listen to has a black woman. She's the vice president of social media at, she was at BET. Now she's at a different company, but I love her. And she challenges, like every month we read a book by a black author.
Okay.
And I've been following a lot of black creators on Instagram. Really? When you talk about black Twitter, it's only because you follow black people that you see it. So, the more people we can follow, the more well-rounded we are. But her name's Mackenzie Green. She's the daughter of one of the Little Rock Nine.
Oh wow.
So she's been really cool to get to learn about her. She's actually, texts me back on Instagram every now and then.
That's cool.
So I really look up
That's
to her.
really cool.
Right.
She's in my industry too. So I have to say Mama Cheryl. I mean, that's a real life example. She she was always there in my life. She was, y'all know her.
Yes.
I don't have to say.
Yes.
Absolutely. I love Cheryl.
Yeah.
She was a sweetheart.
I'd put Lauryn Hill on that list. Or maybe Michelle Obama.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I really
Did you read her
admire
book?
her. I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
I haven't had a chance to read it. I heard it's a good read.
I listened to it on audiobook.
Oh, cool.
And she read it, and it was incredible.
Right. I heard it was a really good book.
Okay. Well, I think by asking these questions, we're getting to know you too. So, give me your top 3 attractive black males
Yeah, give me them too.
in the God damn.
Yeah,
in
give that to me too.
entertainment or TV or whatever.
I'll see if I agree.
Method Man.
Okay, that's a lot of women's choice.
I mean, understandably.
Yep.
Morris Chestnut.
Morris.
That's some chocolatey goodness.
Morris
right there. My
about
sister loves him.
78 and look
And look
33.
30. Him and Tay
That
Diggs.
is so true.
Yeah, Tay Diggs.
Both of them, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but
true.
now Tay Diggs is not on my list.
Okay. Idris.
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B.
I gotta throw a young one on there too.
Them good answers. Them good answers.
Not Idris though? Why not Idris? He just don't do it.
I just haven't seen him in a lot of things, so
Okay,
Yeah.
that's my sister's man. Boy, if they was-
Okay.
they'd be married.
Let's get to the nitty
I
gritty.
don't know.
Oh shit.
What is your favorite food cooked by a black person?
Soul food.
I mean, but like, of course, but is there a specific?
Yeah. Collard greens.
Collard greens.
Yeah, but they got to be cooked right though.
They do.
And I know some black people that can't cook them.
Yeah.
But
Miss Nancy used to cook some greens.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm sure
yeah.
Miss Nancy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
my mom
realness.
used to cook real good greens. Really, yeah, not everybody can cook
Yeah,
greens.
I can't cook them. I buy them the seasoned ones in the can.
Yeah.
Old Glory or something like that.
Yeah,
They're
I was
really
talking
good.
about- They are good. I've had them
I like Glories. I use Glories
Mm-hmm.
if I have to.
as a last resort.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of tedious to cook.
Yeah.
You know,
It's a lot of
it
steps.
it takes a lot to it if you're doing it right.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't got the patience.
Who's your favorite black female performer?
In general,
Not rap.
Ooh, I got it.
I want you to go R&B or yeah.
Fantasia.
You love Fan?
I do.
Oh,
I loved her on American Idol.
Tasia, she's a
She
beast.
killed something the other day. I seen. She's amazing.
She did the
She's a
Tina Turner
beast.
tribute on the Grammy.
Yeah, I
And
seen
killed that
I like
shit.
She did.
Fantasia too.
She killed that
That's a
shit.
good answer.
I seen her do Purple Rain.
So you ain't in the Beehive?
Killed it.
I mean, I like Beyonce. I listen to the Renaissance a lot. I've already down. I like the new country song.
Yeah.
But
Which
I was
went
telling
number
April,
one
It did. It's
on the
number one on
country
the country
charts.
chart.
Yeah. And she's the first black woman to do that. And I appreciate that.
We went to see when Beyonce and Jay-Z were doing the tour together. We went to see them in
The
Greenville,
Carters.
South Carolina. Yeah. Or somewhere. And we
How
went to
was
see them.
that?
It was great.
Oh, okay.
I just don't know a lot of Beyonce songs.
Ah,
And
gotcha.
I was singing all the Jay-Z lyrics, and I knew maybe a quarter of the Beyonce songs. And my sister and all of our friends are like singing along to Beyonce, and I'm like, well, we are different. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not in the Beehive. I was a Destiny's Child fan, but I don't know.
I ain't crazy about none of them,
Yeah.
really. I like her. She's dope.
Yeah.
But, you
She's
know,
doing her thing. I mean, also.
yeah. And I get what you're saying. I totally
I love the
understand.
Renaissance.
That's a good album. So what you got next? You look like you thinking about
I'm
something.
thinking about what was on that list. I had others.
Beyonce,
Yeah.
Jay-Z on the Run tour. That's
On
what
the
it
Run
was.
tour.
Yes.
That's what it was. Yeah, I was in a
remember
football
that.
stadium.
tour.
Oh, it must have been, University of South Carolina.
Right,
It was
right,
all
right.
good until this girl puked on me. And then, so I have a very
Oh
I
damn.
have a traumatic story from that night.
Well,
but-
since you're thinking, I have a question for you.
Okay.
What do you think of white artists who are in genres that, well, technically, when you think about black people created everything, but what do you think of white artists who are kind of excelling in like R&B and stuff like that? Sort of like the way Robin Thicke did, and the way Justin Timberlake is doing. What do you think about that?
See, I struggle with this because I think there's a fine line between like imitation as flattery and appropriation.
Right.
But I mean, you can't deny how good they are and the popularity.
Right.
But I think I just had this debate last night because this is exactly why Beyonce can make a country song and nobody can say shit about it
Right.
because white people do it all the time.
Right,
Like,
right.
Why not?
And it's insane because people are pissed about her making that country album, and I'm like, well, shit, she's from Texas. She
Right.
ought to be able to do that shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, that kind of
I
trips me
think
out
if
too.
you can do something good, you should be able to do whatever the hell you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way it should be.
You shouldn't be mad because I just picked up soccer today and
Right.
kicked 2 goals on your ass.
Right.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, if you're a deck builder for a living, I'm not going to get mad if you build a shed in the yard.
right. It makes no sense.
If Tim
I
McGraw
understand
comes
it.
out with a hip hop album and he's killing MCs, more power to him.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, because I loved Eminem, still do. There are standouts, but I mean, I don't know.
Does it bother you that some black folks cannot accept Eminem as the MC that he is and as good as he is
Due to color.
due to
Yeah,
his color?
absolutely. Well, I mean,
because it bothers me. But what do you think?
I think it's stupid. I mean, I get it, but I mean, at the heart of it, it's just leftover. It's racism. Like we got to
Right.
get over it. We got to get
Right.
old. I past these old beliefs.
Yeah.
and just accept good music for good music.
Yeah,
and
I
be
concur.
respectful of each other's cultures.
Yes. And I think he has the utmost respect
Agreed.
for hip hop. I do. Now there are others I've seen come out. Probably not, but I think he does.
Yeah.
I do think he does.
Well, he wouldn't have the backing of Dr. Dre if he,
Right.
if he wasn't
Right.
legit and he wasn't respectful.
Right. Exactly. Did you ever get your other question?
I ain't found it. I'm just sitting here listening, really, to be honest with you. But yeah, I mean, them some good questions to ask a white girl. When she leaves, I'm gonna be like, damn, why didn't I ask her that?
She had one of the things she came on here was things that we've experienced that were atypical to our culture.
Yeah. So just having that thought process of like growing up best friends with Vonnie, I got exposure to a lot of, I guess, black culture that a lot of people I know now were not exposed to.
Right.
So I'm just curious if y'all ever had any examples of
white culture?
Yeah.
Or just things
like
that white folks do?
your story with Tim is probably the
I
best
was
one.
in the motherfucking back of a pickup truck in the cold on the way
Check.
to Mosside. What the fuck? I had some different moments in my life.
Were you out at Horse Creek remember when we had that camper? My mom bought a camper like later in high school. We used to take it out on the weekends, like in the late 90s, and one night a bear came out. And I don't remember who all was there, but we were terrified. Everybody was in the camper just holding still, trying not to move a muscle.
I don't think I was with y'all because I ain't never been near no bear.
Nah, I have, and it wasn't voluntary. Me, Tim, and Preston went to Gatlinburg one year, and we stayed in this hotel. And in Gatlinburg, you right in the mountains, so you gonna run into some shit at some point. Preston was on the phone. Me and Tim was inside watching TV, and I went to check on him because he hadn't been out back in a while. So I went and looked outside, and Preston said, "Come here." I said, "Okay." And I walk out there. He said, "Is that a bear?" There was literally a bear walking up the street checking the trash cans, and he's like from where I am right now to where that car is right there.
Oh, God.
And Preston was just standing there like, "Yeah, that's a bear. Get your ass in this room." So I had to make him get in the room, because that bear was literally coming up the street checking all the trash cans, and there were trash cans right around our door.
No.
So as soon as I got him in, I looked outside the peephole, and the bear walked right past the door, went over to the trash can, checked it, and then kept on going. Yeah, it was insane. So shit like that's fascinating to me. That was some crazy ass shit. But did you have another question? If not, I've had one last thing on here that.
You stupid.
No, this was her shit.
Don't talk shit about my stuff.
That's right.
Not you. I'm not talking about you.
You were talking about you had on here super fans and cult followings.
Oh, yeah.
And I wanted you to present that question. You.
Me? Okay. So there's this, Taylor Swift is uncovering all kinds of new shit that nobody ever thought about,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
One of them is called gig tripping. It's like a new phrase that just came out or whatever, where people plan vacations to go see a concert.
Right.
To me, that is not a new concept.
Right.
I've literally been doing that my whole life. My dad did that before me. Like, he used to follow the Grateful Dead, and my mom too. Like, they just pick up and go to a different state to go see shows,
Well, my question with that is when you say they plan a vacation around it, is it just for the one show, or do they go to several shows?
Several shows.
Oh, wow.
Well, like when I was going to Chicago a couple weeks ago, it was a 3-night show.
Oh, okay.
They have a library of 500 songs they play, so they can play 3 nights in a row, never play the same
that's
set
cool.
twice. Yeah,
that's real cool. That could be expensive, but that is so cool
it
though.
is.
Did you do festivals? Do you still do festivals?
not as many festivals now that I'm getting older, but we still do destination shows. Like, we've got our favorite band is Widespread Panic, and we've gone to see them in Mexico and
wow.
the Dominican Republic.
Oh wow,
Dominican Republic. I love that place.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And Mexico.
Is that where they was hunting on you at the bar?
In both places. But,
I couldn't remember if that's where it was.
I was Tomas in Mexico.
No, Tomas. That's how
They was trying to sell
Tomas.
ass in the
Yeah.
Tomas. That's funny. Since you do gig tripping like that, do you do festivals? Do you do Bonnaroo?
I've actually never been to Bonnaroo.
Really?
Most people I know have. My sisters have. My husband has several times. But
Okay.
yeah, the last festival I went to was called Lockin'. It was in like Arlington, Virginia or something.
Would
And
you ever?
it's- Yeah.
Go ahead. What'd you say?
It's just a lot with the porta-johns and
Yeah.
the people and the heat.
I think that's why
I'm
I
too
don't.
old for that.
That's why I don't want to do festivals, is because the amount of dirt is I
Yeah.
can't. Like, I watch people do Burning Man, and this last time, did you see what happened the last time they did Burning Man? Did you see it?
It went
Do you
crazy.
know what Burning Man is?
Burner Man?
Yeah,
Sound
it's like an art cultural type of event. They have all kinds of shit. They have artists. They have this big gigantic almost like wicker man that they usually burn at the end of the whole
Is he kin
ceremony.
to Burner Boy?
No. But last year, where is it at? In
Arizona?
yeah, I think it's in Arizona, like one of the deserts
Utah?
in Arizona, or something like that. And last year it rained, and it caused a big, huge mud hole, and they were stuck. They couldn't get out for several days.
Yeah.
It was crazy. So that's one of the reasons I couldn't do festivals. There's a huge R&B festival that they do in Las Vegas that's coming again July. I could be lying. Don't quote me on that, but I don't think I could do that, just because the whole festival thing is just too much for me.
Yeah. Going to one at the end of August in the dead of summer
And that's
was
hot.
just, it turned me off.
Yeah, I don't think I can.
I stay in a
handle that.
hotel and we'll travel in.
There you go.
I remember one of the questions.
Oh, what is
Sweet.
it? Shoot.
Hennessy or E&J?
As an adult, I would say Hennessy. As a teenager, I definitely said E&J.
Yeah. Because E&J was cheaper, what?
Yeah.
You can get that shit cheap. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
funny. So,
something
that
else.
was a liquor question.
I had another question.
What is your favorite liquor? Let's ask that question.
I mean, my favorite liquor is whiskey. I like Jack Daniels. I like Maker's Mark.
Okay.
But
I'm just going to say, from partying with Samara, it might not be a liquor she ain't friendly with.
Is
They've
it-
drank Jaeger.
Oh, I
well,
can't
we
do that.
bartended, and my sister still bartended. So, I mean, I bartended for 10, 15 years.
Right.
So,
They had me drinking shit I ain't
experimented.
never heard of.
Jaeger.
But
oh,
that Casamigos is really good.
I love tequila too. Yeah.
Do you? So I can't do tequila unless it's expensive. Because cheap tequila just tastes like gas to me, like gasoline.
See, I
can't
love the
fuck
taste
with
of it.
So, ooh,
I know.
it has
Sick.
like it has to be a good tequila where it don't taste like it.
Yeah,
So
I prefer
that's-
silver.
Okay,
These
yeah.
days, I really just drink seltzers like White Claw. So basic.
Yeah.
A lot of white girls drink that.
White girls.
I wonder why. What is it about White Claw?
It's easy to drink.
Is
Doesn't
it?
taste like anything. It doesn't
I
bloat
think
you.
I've tasted some, and I was like, I don't know how the fuck y'all drink.
They're like what Zima tried to be, but they actually have a little bit of flavor.
Really? Because I've
We used to
never
put
had
the,
one.
We used to put the Jolly,
Jolly
Ranchers in our
Ranchers, yeah.
Zimas.
Yeah.
This already has the flavor in it, so you don't have to do that.
That's funny. I've never had a White Claw. I've seen them, but I've never had one. I've always been curious. But
Pretty good. Well, if you're going to go like out on the river for the day, it's easy to drink those for a longer period of time. If
Gotcha.
you're drinking liquor, you're going to pass out.
So what else you got to ask? Seems like you had another thing on here too.
Whitney
Why?
Houston or Tina Turner?
Oh my gosh.
How are you going to ask that? Because they're like in two totally different
I don't
ballrooms.
care. Does she like Tina or motherfucking Whitney?
I listen to more Whitney. Mm-hmm. If that's the
question.
that's the measurement.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Tina was more of a badass.
She was. I concur about that too. Who did you listen to more between the two?
Tina.
Tina. Why? Because she's
That
rougher.
voice. We could talk about that being a good voice.
Okay.
It was a great voice.
Who's raspy? When you heard Tina, you knew it was motherfucking Tina.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What raspy voices? What about old school singers like
Eartha Kitt.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, the other chick. She died in the well, she was from the 60s, but I think she died in like early 70s. She sung "Take a Little Piece of My Heart." What's her name?
Oh, Janis Joplin.
Janis Joplin.
Janice
yeah.
was rough. I like Janice.
Well, you can't talk raspy
I was
voices.
not a fan of
You were
Janis
not?
Joplin. No,
She's a screamer. It's just like we were talking
Yeah.
about. You got
I
to be like at her concert. You
Yeah,
know,
I
in
think
the
that's
moment.
what my issue was. Is I didn't get to experience her live because I just don't like listening to her.
Yeah.
Her voice drives me crazy.
Motherfucking Barry White. Y'all niggas has been trying to sell like Barry White for years. Hello, baby.
My dad hated Barry.
Isaac Hayes was a good
Hated
voice.
Barry
Sure.
White. I like Isaac Hayes.
Isaac Hayes was a good voice.
He was a good like orchestral arranger. That's what a lot of people didn't know. He actually worked with string sections and shit and wrote the shit. And I think that's phenomenal because you don't hear much of that nowadays. Quincy Jones was good at that as well. He did like game show themes, and when you hear the theme from like Austin Powers, that's Quincy Jones. I mean, he did monumental work that a lot of people don't know about, but I admire him for that. What else? Did you have another one? Another comparison? Or another question?
I don't know.
No? Because I got one last thing on here she had in the list of things that she was talking about, and that would be family dynamics. Now you explain that.
Yep. I'm the oldest of 5.
Gotcha.
11 years older than the youngest one, and 4 girls and a boy.
Okay.
I'm real big into like birth order and communication styles and stuff like that. So I'm just curious about y'all's perspective, your own situation, and then your perspective on how that might.
You gonna go first? Because you was the only kid, so you wanna go first?
Yeah, well, I got stepbrothers.
Yeah.
I love my stepbrothers. But other than that, fuck them niggas. Like, I mean, like, yeah, I don't. They grown. It ain't really nothing I can, I can't expect them to look at me. Like, I try to say, well, I've been there, I've done that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So try not to do this, but at the end of the day, they gonna do.
They
what
pretty much,
the fuck.
they're pretty much gonna do what they want. That's true. That's true. In my situation, I was the baby of 3, and I had a older brother when my dad was previously married before us, who I was unaware of until I was like 12, and then he just pops back into the picture. Very bizarre, but yeah, our dynamic was pretty cool. I mean, growing up, my sister and my brother were closer at age because I was the only one that was planned out of the 3 of us. I brag about that. But they were closer to each other. And so I wasn't an only child. I always had a big family around me. But it could have been perceived as that because you never saw me with my sister and brother because they were just so much older than me. And you wouldn't see us everywhere together. Not until I got old enough to actually go out and do stuff, then you would see me and my sister together. So, but our dynamic growing up was my brother and my sister me and my sister have had this conversation. I think I've told you others too. My brother was the one who got all the attention because he needed it. And growing up, I could have been bitter about it, but I was smart enough to figure it out, so I wasn't, and it didn't bother me. Now I've had other people, friends and the like, who have hung with my family and me and seen it firsthand and asked me, why don't I get like enraged? Why don't I get mad? It's like, because I didn't need that attention. I was good. Yeah. Oh, I was okay. We'll put it that way. So that's how it ran for me. Wake up, nigga.
I ain't gonna hear all that, you pissy ass boy. That's why you didn't get to go nowhere, because you was pissing on yourself all the time. Pissy ass. Pissing.
Yeah, I don't shit on myself though. So, what else do you want to run about?
I don't know, man. I'm just glad to see Samara. We don't get a chance to, we old now, so she can't make it to my shows, and I can't party with them because I can't hang. So I just say what's up. We in passing get to see each other, so it's just good to see Sam. I'm glad you listen. I don't understand why.
Because you stupid.
I don't. This is the dumbest podcast ever.
Well, I love to laugh, and I like keeping up with y'all, knowing what's going on.
Well, see, there you go. In a nutshell. Nutshell.
I'm good. I ain't started smoking crack yet, but it's coming any day now.
Somebody did tell me that the main reason they listen to us is because they want to laugh. And I said, hence the name of the podcast itself. I had my boss, I was playing it at work the other day because I like to get ratings. So I was playing it the other day at work, and my boss said, y'all are crazy. I said, it's not me. I said, I just feed shit to Drill. Let him run. It's not me.
Yeah, because you're a pissy ass.
Is that just going to be your old standby?
Yeah.
It's just to run into that?
Yeah. Because
I never talk about how you sharded.
I just look at you and think about you pissing on yourself.
I did not piss on myself.
And went back to the sharded shit. I told you there's certain things that made that happen, like medicines and stuff, and
yeah, but
and everybody's somewhat charted on themselves.
No, they haven't.
You're a lie.
I've never done that.
You felt wet.
No.
It ain't got bubbly. You
No.
ain't never prairie dogged it.
No.
Nigga, you are you need to be on the Guinness
Said
Book of
prairie
World
dog.
Records or
That's just
something.
nasty.
I don't know no nigga that ain't never had
Are you
to
talking
run.
about like having the urge to use the bathroom?
or
and you
almost
can feel
shitting on
it?
yourself?
No, I mean
Having
like
to run. You got the runs?
no, never. Yeah, I've had the runs before.
Yeah, well,
but not
nigga.
but I'm lucky. I've always been at home when that happened, so I'm right there ready for
You
the
almost
toilet.
shit
And
on
I have a
yourself.
bidet attachment to clean myself really
I
well.
forgot about the bidet. I forgot about the
What do
bidet.
you think about bidets?
I mean, I've never used one, but
Well, I have one
I
in
like
the
the idea
bathroom.
of them.
Do you
Enjoy
feel
yourself.
that your ass needs a drink of water sometimes?
It's not true.
Is that what you feel? Is that
It
how
is
you
not
feel?
drinking water.
Yeah.
It's not the point.
No.
It's just washing.
I never
the
felt
stuff
like my
away.
ass needs a drink of water either. My ass is not thirsty.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you thirsty, but yeah, but that was Samara, y'all. Samara Bolling.
Yes.
She's a very, very avid listener, and I so appreciate the fact that she came
And
did
her
this.
mixtape will be coming out soon.
Yeah, we're gonna make her MC on something.
Yeah, we're gonna
'Cause
see what that's
apparently
popping
she's
like.
got lyrics and rhymes, so we didn't know that. So, well, I didn't know that. I think Drell knew that. So we're gonna make her rap on something, maybe on the podcast. But yeah, that's been Samara, y'all, and we're gonna hit y'all up on the next one. All right, y'all. Figgz got a final thought for yuns. I'm not sure what it's gonna be. He's probably gonna talk about me pissing on myself, but we'll
No.
see. What's your final thought there?
Niggas need to mind their business at how I chew my gum.
This is so stupid.
It really, for real. Like, I've been told I get in trouble. People be like, is that gum good?
What, do you chew with your mouth open or something?
Yes.
Oh, do you? Like you doing right now?
Yes, nigga.
Why?
I think gum tastes better that way.
With your mouth open?
If you don't smack it,
Don't nobody want to see your mouth open while you chewing though.
well, why you looking?
You can't miss it.
You don't think gum tastes better when you chew
I've
it?
never gave it any thought, to be
Just
honest
chew
with
it
you.
like this then. Just chew it regularly.
But chew with your mouth open, right?
Yeah, lip smacking.
Really? And
My dad used to have a problem with. That's what's funny about it. My dad had a problem with the way he chewed gum. It used to drive my mama in motherfucking insane.
He
and
had a
she'd
problem
be
with the
like,
way-
because his lips would just be smacking. Because he didn't give a fuck. So I kind of inherited it. So my mom used to cuss me out, talking about how I used to chew like my daddy.
and it
But
got
you
on
know
the
what?
nerves.
I'm
What?
at an age where I don't give a fuck.
You chew gum with your mouth open? Me neither.
I with the front teeth.
I hope that shit fall out.
I do pop a lot of bubbles. I
Do you
pop a
But
lot
you
of
know,
bubbles.
Do you?
if
Can
you
you-
see
can you-
me out in public and I'm chewing gum,
Can you pop your gum when you
not this gum, this is cheap.
Oh, really? Can you pop it while you chew? My sister, God almighty, she had a lot of shit like that. I could never do it.
Every
Yeah.
time she's biting
Yeah. And I'm like, how are you doing it? I never understood. But I can't do that. That's do you eat like that too?
sometimes.
What is
Yeah.
there a particular food that you have to hold your mouth open because
Fried
it tastes
chicken.
better? Ah, damn.
Because that grease be, it won't let your lips close. They slide. Fried chicken.
So
I do it just to be annoying as fuck. I'll go to a restaurant with somebody and I eat like that just to be annoying as a motherfucker.
that's funny.
Get all that spit.
That's gross, dude. That's so nasty.
Button pusher.
Keep your mouth shut when you eat food, though. That's just nasty.
Well, mind your business, nigga.
You the one that brought it up. And
Mind your business.
You the one that brought it up and brought attention to the fact that you chew like a
Oh, by the
fucking
way,
cow.
I met somebody who knew you the other night. Her name is Lisa.
Knew who?
And she said she used to bring you those,
Knew who? Who are you talking to? Me or
You.
Samara? Oh, me. Okay.
she used to bring you those red velvet cupcakes.
Oh, Lisa. Yeah, Termite. I work with her.
Yeah.
Yeah. She and it's funny because she came to me the other day and said, your best friend was here.
Oh,
I was
really?
like, who? Who are you talking about? Well, he was with a white woman. I started cracking up. I was like, okay, that's not telling me anything, because the majority of guys I know that are straight are with white women. So it's hard for me to determine. And she kept saying, I think there was a kid with you or something.
My son.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't know who you're talking about. And then I thought, she said, well, he gave me, he tipped me really good. I was like, oh, that's Joe. I know that's who it is, because he tips really well. So
I'm trying to see why a nigga never get no red velvet cupcakes.
Who, you?
Yeah.
You like red velvet cupcakes?
Nigga, who don't like red velvet cupcakes?
I don't know. I didn't know if you liked them or not. I don't be like.
The point I'm trying to get to is you don't share.
You know what? I'm gonna get her to make a whole dozen cupcakes for your funky ass, so you shut the fuck up about it.
Have them,
I know you're not, but you'll eat them.
I just want one.
I'm gonna bring them to shove it in your face and be like, here, eat this shit and shut up.
Yeah, but mind y'all's business. How I be chewing. Peace.
Okay, y'all. Not to continue with the bidet thing, but we were kind of. I was trying to convince Joe that it's not that big a deal, and then Samara came back in here, and she said she had a little debate thing that she wanted to throw at us, which was what?
Well, I heard y'all talk about washcloth in the shower or no washcloth in the shower. How that's a white people thing, which I agree, it probably is. But I wanted to ask y'all, if you are cooking with raw chicken, and you got chicken guts and juice all over you, and you wash your hands under the water with soap, no washcloth,
right?
But you trust that chicken is off your hands,
right?
I don't think my body is dirtier than that chicken. So I think it's the same logic, right? Like, I should be able to wash
everything else
with just hands and soap.
Okay, so what do you think about that, Figgz?
Well, that's cool. And that's cool for an immediate cleansing. But sometimes a nigga need to scrub. And you can't just scrub with your hands and some soap. That's actually pretty slick. But you can lather up.
Yeah. I mean, but can't you even in the lathering, as long as you're really kind of lathering, you know what I mean? Not just rubbing it on there.
I'm going to lather up. And then I'm going to scrub the lather. So
either way, you're going to get that scrub in there.
It's like the car wash. Now you can just go in there and put the high pressure soap on it. But are you gonna get the brush or not? If you don't get the brush, you can expect there still to be little shit on the car. You ain't gonna get it off. But if you get the brush and then hit it with that high pressure rinser, shit. Cleaner. But a lot of people say you can spread bacteria with rags and stuff. I've heard it all.
Well, that's true, but it's
soap.
But
you use bar soap.
Well, I thought the only way you can spread bacteria with rags is if you use the same one over and over. Yeah, you're supposed to use a fresh one every time if you're going to use it, which I do. Which I was gonna say, which I'm sure you do. But as far as washing your hands compared to, I can deal with either. It doesn't bother me one way or the other. He's the one to be bucking over wash rags and stuff. Logic. Okay.
As a man, you're really supposed to wash your hands before you grab your penis.
Okay.
To pee. Yeah, to pee.
Okay.
Before?
You're supposed to wash before.
Yeah, I know. But nobody does.
I was about to say, that don't make no damn sense to me. I understand because you could be carrying something
on your hands. Yeah, that's just like cell phones. You should wash your hands after you use a cell phone daily, because cell phones are nasty. Yeah. But people don't, it doesn't happen.
Yeah, if you check into a hotel room, the dirtiest thing in the hotel room is the remote control.
Yeah.
Yeah, just doorknobs, light switches, anything.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you this.
What's that?
If I find out that you took a shower and you didn't have a wash rag, I'm just going to consider your shower light. It was a light shower.
Shower light,
Yeah,
LITE.
it was light.
That's a diet shower.
Yeah. Just consider your shower light.
A diet
Anybody
shower.
could get in there and throw some soap on themselves and rub it in.
Yeah, but you need
But
that.
I'm talking about that.
You got-
Get everything.
That
Wash
is so-
yesterday's funk off your ass.
That's so funny.
How you wash your ass? I don't trust. I mean,
How do you wash your ass?
You just gonna put some soap on your hand and put it in your ass. How are you really washing your ass?
Well,
Do you designate one finger
you
to
brought it
rub
up. I'll let
in
you
the
take that
ass?
one.
Did you?
Go on, say it.
And girls more than others.
I think about on versus in.
Right.
on
On
versus
versus in.
Yeah, explain that though. I need an explanation.
Are you inserting the washcloth into yourself?
No, but no. But the washcloth is helping me.
get things?
Yes,
Cleansed.
scrubbed up around that area.
I stand by
on
my
that area.
statement. I don't think my body is dirtier than raw chicken.
I get you. I get you. I
Right.
stand by you. But your ass might be and you don't know it. How many times you fart that day, Samara? You didn't think about that shit when you
How many
was in
times you
there.
fart?
Yeah. You might have didn't wipe real good, Samara. And you might have missed the spot and you just in there with water, your hand,
And soap.
and soap.
So like you saying when you in the shower, you absolutely have a wash rag and soap and have to get in the cracks and crevices.
I do everything.
But if you didn't have a wash rag,
How did you get in them crevices
well, you
good?
just put the soap down there, and you already wet.
I don't want to wash my balls with 2 fingers.
Use all 5.
Right.
But still, I don't know. When I get that washcloth and I can go down and up. I don't know.
You want your skin to hurt after your bath.
Yeah, apparently. Shit.
I
Well,
might be wrong,
but I'm clean.
clean. Yeah.
And on that note,
Yeah.
use a wash rag.
Wash.
It's funny.
That's